Good morning students, this is Joy Varghese from Uncovering Chemistry. Today in video 15, we are going to discuss about the mole fraction. That is the second what I call form in which a concentration of a solution can be expressed, what we call. Okay. Now in this, when we say, suppose, what is the definition? First we will see. Look here. It is the ratio of the number of moles. Now moles, when we say, we know the formula of moles. That is number of moles formula. Number of moles is equal to mass upon molar mass. Mass upon molar mass. Right? So this way you can find moles. But what is it? It is a ratio of the number of moles of a particular component. Component means what? Solute components and solvent. It means either you can find mole fraction of solute or mole fraction of solvent. So components means solute or solvent it is. Okay? To the number of moles of the solution. Solution, when we talk, it is a mixture of solute and solvent that gives you solution. Okay? So when we say the formula for this mole fraction, before going to that, we'll first of all see number of moles formula for solute and solvent. So we will see number of moles formula is mass upon molar mass. So if you want to find, therefore, number of moles of solute. What I am talking about? Solute. Solute, that is component A. So solute, if you want to find, it is equal to mass of solute upon molar mass of solute. Right? That is moles, what I am talking about, not mole fraction. I am talking about moles. Same way, if you want to find number of moles of solvent, then it will be mass of solvent that will be given to you whole upon molar mass of solvent. So this is the word what I am talking about. This can also be written as, suppose if I write of a solute, so I can write it as Na is equal to, that is number of moles of component A is equal to Na, that is mass, or I can also write it as mass means W, weight of solute upon molar mass of solute. Like this also you can write. Same way here NB. NB means solvent I am talking about. NB is equal to WB upon MB. Like this also you can write. Right? Now when we say the mole fraction. So what is mole fraction? So suppose if I want to find mole fraction. So mole fraction of solute. Mole fraction of solute I am talking about. The solute can be written as XA. Clear? XA is the symbol for mole fraction what we are going to use. So mole fraction of solute, that is XA, is equal to moles of solute, that is Na, that is a component what I say here, either solute or solvent. Na upon what is given? Total number of moles. Total number of moles of solution means solute and solvent moles both will come. So it will be Na plus Nb. Clear? So for solute, you can see XA is equal to Na upon Na plus Nb it is. Okay? So same way if you want to find for solvent. Suppose if you want to find for solvent. So I can write here, that is mole fraction of solvent will be equal to, that is equal to what? XB I will write. XB. And XB is equal to Nb upon Na plus Nb, like this. Means mole fraction, moles of solvent upon moles of solute plus solvent, that is total moles of the solution what we call. So down in the denominator it is total moles of solution. In the numerator it is either moles of solute for mole fraction of solute and moles of solvent for mole fraction of solvent, what we say. Okay, so this is the formula what we use for mole fraction. And instead of this A, you can write 1 also, and for B you can write 2 also. This also you can use. So what is mole fraction? I think it is clear. Now first of all we found out how to find out number of moles. So moles of solute and solvent can be found by using this formula what I said. And mole fraction of solute is equal to XA is equal to Na upon Na plus Nb. Now suppose when we say there is another technique also, and always by experimental study, you can write down this in your fair book also. I rub this. By experimental study, it was found out by experimental studies it was found out that is mole fraction of solute plus mole fraction of solvent is always equal to 1. Okay, what is the meaning of this? Mole fraction of solute plus mole fraction of solvent is always found to be, both you sum up mole fraction of solute and mole fraction of solvent, it is always equal to 1. So from this you get two formula. That is, if I want to find XA, it will be 1 minus mole fraction of B, that is solute. And if I want to find XB, it will be what? 1 minus XA, right? So these two formulas you can derive. Means if you know mole fraction of solute, you can use this formula and find out the mole fraction of solvent. If you know mole fraction of solvent, you can use this formula and find out the mole fraction of what you call it as solute also you can find. Okay, so this is based on the experimental data what I was talking about. Okay, so this is all about mole fraction. One numerical we will do to understand how to calculate the mole fraction of a given solution. Okay, just a minute. Now we will understand the concept of mole fraction by this example what is given. It is given that 4 grams of NaOH is dissolved in 36 grams of water. So what is the mole fraction of each component is the question. Clear? So mole fraction of each component means mole fraction of solute also you have to find and mole fraction of solvent also you have to find. Understood? But before that I will write a few things which are given. That is mass of NaOH. Now what is NaOH? It is a solute what we say. Mass of NaOH is equal to, it is given 4 grams. Understood? Same way mass of water is also given. Water is used as a solvent here. So solvent is given 36 grams what we say. Here 4 grams and 36 grams. Now same way I will find out the molar mass. So molar mass of NaOH is equal to, molar mass also we have to find because we need to find the moles first. Okay, then we mole fraction. See, the molar mass of NaOH is equal to Na23 plus oxygen 16 plus 1 of hydrogen. So total it is equal to 40 U. But that 40 U we will take it in 40 grams. Gram molar mass what we are talking about. Same way you can find molar mass of H2O. Molar mass of water is equal to 2 into 1 plus 16 which is equal to 18 grams. Or gram mole inverse also you can find. Gram mole inverse I am talking about it. Okay, so molar mass we found out. Now we will find number of moles. So now for solute we will take it A and for solvent we will take it B. Clear? Right? So now suppose if I want to find the moles of solute, that is Na. Na here is NaOH I am talking about. So NaOH is equal to mass. Mass means W. Weight of NaOH, mass upon molar mass. And molar mass of NaOH, that was the formula if you remember. So weight of NaOH is 4 and molar mass is 40. So 1 by 10 which is equal to 0.1 mole. Okay, that we got for NaOH. Okay, so NaOH, that is moles, or NaOH we can also write it as Na also like this. Okay, same way H2O, NH2O you can write it as Nb. So which is equal to weight of water, that is what is given 36 gram upon molar mass of water. So like this what we can say. Right. So which is equal to, I can write it is given 36 divided by 18. So 18 to the 36, you know, so that is equal to 2 mole. Okay, so we got moles of NaOH also and we got moles of water also. Now we will find the mole fraction of NaOH, because it is found asked that calculate the mole fraction of each component, that is Na and Nb, right? So this is the part. Now here I write, therefore mole fraction of NaOH. Now what we have taken solute as A, so that is Xa is equal to Na upon Na plus Nb. It is, that is moles of solute upon moles of solute plus solvent, because it is solution, it was there in the definition. In the denominator, total number of moles of solute and solvent, that is solution what we say. So which is equal to Na, what we got? Na is 0.1 divided by 0.1 plus 2, what we say here. Clear? You can see here 0.1 plus 0.2. So if you calculate this, which is equal to 0.1 divided by 2.1, what we say, and that is equal to, if you calculate of NaOH, it will be 0.047. How much it will be? 0.047. Now there is no unit of mole fraction. You know why? Because number of moles, what we found out here, you can see here number of moles. So mole upon mole will get cancelled, so there is no unit for mole fraction. Mole fraction is unitless, what we call. Okay, so this part understood. So we found what? Mole fraction of what? What we found out of NaOH we found out. Same way we will find out mole fraction of water. So I will rub this part. Okay, so now mole fraction of water, water, that is H2O, what we say, that is equal to what? Xb is equal to Nb upon Na plus Nb, that is moles of solvent upon moles of solute plus solvent, total number of moles, what we say. So Nb, I think it was 2 upon 0.1 plus 2, because number of moles of A is 0.1, what we have found out here, right? So this is what you, if you simplify, it will be what? 2 divided by 2.1, right? You can calculate it also, or there is another way what I explained you. Remember? So that I will just write it, just a minute. Okay. You can see here 2 divided by 2.1 is 0.95, but this same thing you can calculate by one formula, if you remember, that is Xa plus Xb is equal to 1, right? This is alternative method, alternate method. Clear? Means you don't have to do this method. After finding this, you can directly use this formula. That is, if I want to find Xb is equal to 1 minus Xa. Xa we already found, that is 1 minus 0.047, if you see. Okay. Now what is 1 minus 0.0? Okay. So if you subtract it, it will be 0.953, what we say. Clear? So you got a nearer value of this, if you see. Understood? So either you find this way, or after finding mole fraction of solute, you can use this formula and find out mole fraction of what? Solvent, like this. Understood? So this is the way to calculate the mole fraction, what we say. Understood? Now the next topic we are going to discuss, that is molarity topic. Which topic? Molarity. Okay? Next. Okay. Now the next unit what we are going to discuss to calculate the concentration of what I call it as solution is second unit, what we say. That is molarity. It is defined as the number of moles of solute in 1 liter. 1 liter of the solution. It is denoted by what? Capital M. And it is read as, suppose 1 M is written, it is read as 1 molar. AR, molar it is. Understood? So what is the formula? That is molarity is equal to moles, number of moles of solute upon volume of solution I write in liter. Clear? So you can remember this formula like this also, or can also be written as, for what we call it as this number of moles of solute, I will change into what we call it as formula I will change. We know number of mole is equal to what? Mass upon molar mass. So for number of moles I write this formula. Number of mole is like what? Mass of solute upon molar mass of solute into volume of solution. Right? Now volume of solution in liter if it is, I can write like this liter only. Don't need to convert. But if the volume of solution is in ml, then one another formula is there. That is molarity is equal to mass of solute upon molar mass of solute into volume of solution. Now volume of solution is given in ml. Now we know that 1 liter is equal to 1000 ml. So that fraction we will write in the denominator, means into 1000 will come on the top like this. Understood? So if you don't want to convert the volume which is given in liter, or if you in ml if it is given and you don't want to convert, you can use this formula. So there are 3 formulas for molarity. Only one formula is given in your textbook. That is the first one what I said, right? Now this one, number of moles I have expanded it, that is mass of solute upon molar mass of solute. Right? Now this one will be in grams and this will be in gram mole inverse, what we say. Understood? This one will be in gram, mass of solute in gram, and this molar mass will be in gram mole inverse. Okay, that I already explained in the previous video why it is gram mole inverse. Okay, so if you find out the unit, so what will be unit of molarity? Unit of molarity will be, this is gram upon gram mole inverse into volume of solution if it is in liter. Then what will be the unit? This gram will get cancelled, mole will go up, so it will be what? Mole inverse will change into mole. Then liter is in the denominator. Sorry. You can see now. Liter is in the denominator. Just a minute. Okay. You can see here. Mass of solute is in gram. Mass of whatever molar mass of solute, that is in gram mole inverse into liter. So gram will get cancelled, mole will go in the numerator, so mole, and liter will go in numerator, then mole liter inverse. Means either you can write this mole liter inverse as a unit, or also you can write this as capital M, that is molarity, molar what we call. Understood? So this is the unit of what we call it as molarity, that is mole liter inverse, and if it is in ml, it is mole ml inverse, but we will always try to do it in mole liter inverse only. Understood? So you can use these 2 formulas. So if molarities are given in ml, you convert it into what? Liters. Understood? So these 3 formulas you can write down along with the definition. You can see it is denoted by capital M. Uppercase what we call. Understood? And 1 molar, how to read? To read it as 1 molar, M-O-L-A-R. Okay? Now one example I will do so that this part also will be clear to you. Okay? Next. Okay. Now you can see this example. It is problem 1.7 given in your textbook on textbook page 24. Okay? There is one example given. Now we are nearing to the end of this chapter. Only now one topic is left, that is molarity. But in this we will discuss little bit more things which can be helpful in your competitive exam also. Okay. So first of all we will solve this example. It is given that calculate the molarity of NaOH in the solution prepared by dissolving 4 grams of NaOH, that is what is dissolved, in 250 ml of water. Okay. Now if you write the formula, that is molarity. So here mass of NaOH is given, the molarity is equal to mass of NaOH, that is solute what we have written in the formula, whole upon molar mass of NaOH, okay, into volume of solution in liter. Now liter, if you want, then you need to convert this into liter, so it will be 0.25 liters what we say. Clear? You can see this. You can divide it with 100, 1000 what we say. Okay. So you will get it in liters. Now molar mass we need to find. So molar mass of NaOH is equal to Na23 oxygen 16 plus hydrogen 1, so which is equal to 40 gram mole inverse what we say. This is the molar mass of NaOH. So if I substitute in the formula, mass of NaOH is given, it is 4 whole upon 40 into volume of solution 0.25 what we say, liter. I have converted that ml into liter. So if you calculate this, I think you will get it as 0.4. What you will get it as 0.4. I already explained you the unit how to find out. This is gram, this is gram mole inverse, and this is in liter. So gram will get cancelled, so it will be mole liter inverse, or also you can write 0.4 molar. What you can write it as 0.4 molar. Okay. So here we come to an end of this topic of molarity. What we discussed here. This is the way to do the numerical based on molarity. Clear? Now the next part in molarity. Okay. Now in your textual exercise, question 1.11, it is based on this same molarity concept what we say. It is asked that find what is the concentration of sugar. Sugar, when we say, two types are there, cane sugar and glucose. Glucose is different. Sugar formula C12H22O11, that is cane sugar. Table sugar, what is it? At home we use for making tea and all. And glucose means C6H12O6. Understood? So sugar is a complex molecule. So concentration of sugar, what you have to find? Concentration of sugar. Formula is given C12H22O11 in mole liter inverse, that is, or we can also say it as in molarity. Okay, mole liter inverse means molarity. When if its 20 grams are dissolved, that is mass of C12H22 and O11 is given, it is given 20 grams. Understood? Dissolved in enough water to make a final volume, that is volume of solution is given. Volume of solution is given 2 liters. How much it is given? 2 liters. Understood? So now, first of all, what we will do, we will find molar mass. What we will find? Molar mass of C12H22 and O11. That is 12 into 12 for carbon plus hydrogen 22 into 1 and oxygen 11 into 16, like this. Okay, so if you calculate this and you find out, you will get the molar mass as 342 gram mole inverse. How much is the molar mass? It is 342 gram mole inverse. Understood? Now we will find out the molarity what is given, that is molarity is equal to mass of sugar, that is the solute, it's C12H22O11 whole upon molar mass of C12H22O11 into volume of solution in liter. Understood? So if you write this, that is 20 divided by 342 into 2, what is given. Okay, 20 divided by 342 into 2. If you do, you will get 0.0292 molar or mole liter inverse. Understood? Mole liter inverse means molarity only. 0.0292 is the answer for this. So I think this part is clear to you. Okay. So this was the sum which was there in your exercise question. Few more questions are there. We will discuss it later on. Okay. Now one more formula. Just let us see. Okay. Now there is one formula which is most probably used in practicals and all, that is chemistry practical, when we say for finding the strength of a given solution, right? So in this case you can see for dilution, means suppose some molarity and some ml is given to you, concentration of a solution is given, and if I add water in it, what will be the molarity after adding water? Means after diluting the solution, what is the molarity? That is the question what we are going to discuss, and for that one equation is there, one formula what we say, M1V1 is equal to M2V2. So when we say M1 is what? Initial molarity. V1 is initial volume, M2 is final molarity, and V2 is final volume. Okay. To understand this, what we call the equation, we need to do one example. What we say. Okay. Now the example is given in this way. I'll just rub this. You can write down this for dilution molarity equation is like this. Okay. Now one example is there given in your, not in your book. Extra one example is there. I'll just write down. If question is example. Okay. Practice. If we say 500 ml of a 5 molar solution is diluted by adding 1500 ml of water, what will be the molarity after dilution? Clear? Suppose this is the question what is asked. That is, if what we say 500 ml of 5 molar solution is diluted, what we say, diluted by adding 1500 ml of water, what will be the molarity of the solution? What we say, okay, after dilution. So here you can see 500 ml, 5 molar is given. So M1 is given 5 molar. V1 is given 500 ml, right? When we say M2, we need to find, because what is the molarity is asked after dilution. Okay, and V2 is given, that is 1500 ml. So if we use the formula for dilution, that is, now we know that the formula is M1V1 is equal to M2V2. So therefore, what will be M2 is equal to M1V1 upon V2, right? So we will substitute this what I call given data in this formula. M1 is 5 into V1 is 500 ml divided by 1500 what we say. So if you calculate it, you will get it will be equal to 1.66 molar what we say. Understood? Means before dilution it was 5 ml. 3 times water we have added, 500 ml was there, we added 1500 ml of water. So if you see 5 ml, it reduced to, after dilution, the molarity reduced to 1.66 molar. Okay. So this is the part of molarity, what we have done here. We will stop here. Next video, we will be discussing about molality, MOLALITY. Okay. Till then, you can go through these topics and all. Go through your textbook also thoroughly. It is also given in your textbook very nicely. Read textbook thoroughly, and then we will continue with the next topic in our next video. Okay. Thank you very much.